welcome to today's today's class. My name's Julie Kettlewell and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK and I run the Paper Haven. And tonight's class was an extra class that I popped on my schedule because we had the strawberry stamp set and strawberry punch that was on half price during the last chance list, during the retirement list for our Stampin' Up catalogue that ends on Monday the 2nd of May 2022. So at the time of filming and at the time of this video going out, the as far as I'm aware, the items are still available. I may have to check that because last time I checked they were, and they were half price. So I put together this half price class for my customers as a little extra. So thank you for the ladies who purchased the products. And let's make a few cards together. So I just want to go through the kit that I have supplied you with. I actually don't know what I'm going to make tonight. I've got a few ideas, but I just want to go through. You will have lots of card left over. Probably going to do maybe 3 cards, but I will do them in separate videos. So in your kit, you'll have a sheet of Poppy Parade, then a piece of the basic standard thinner basic white, a sheet of Daffodil Delight, Blushing Bride, Pear Pizzazz, and then at the back here, and I always try and keep them separate from the thinner white, 2 sheets of the thick Whisper White. And then you of course need your stamp set and your matching punch. Now, I've also sent you a quarter of a pack of the lovely papers that you can't get anymore. They were part of our celebration offering. So I'm going to be using those. I've got some over here, but you've got a quarter of a pack that I've put you together. All right. So also you will need, I'm using the ink pads in the Poppy Parade, Daffodil Delight, Pear Pizzazz and Basic Grey. Basic Grey is always a handy staple to have on your craft desk. I prefer it to black. And also you need some clear blocks, selection of clear blocks. You use quite a few with this class. Also very useful to have a trimmer. And a stamping pierce mat, because these stamps are photopolymer and so we need some extra cushioning for when we do our stamping. I was just checking the light on that. It's not brilliant today, is the light. It's gone a bit dark this afternoon. I filmed this on Tuesday afternoon. Okay, so let me just get my things in order and let's talk through the set. Okay, now this is a set of 16 stamps. And in it, look at mine, there's all over the place. There's stuff all over the place. Okay, it's probably best to talk it through with the stamp set closed. So you have the main strawberry image. So this is the outside of it with the detail on, and then you colour it in with a solid stamp. Or you can colour in with our stamping blends or another colouring medium. Same applies for these leaves. Same applies for the stalks, and same applies for the flowers. Okay, and the punch does punch out 4 different shapes. It punches out the strawberry, the little stalk, the leaf, and one of the flowers, the smaller flower. Then we have some greetings. That was so sweet of you, just for you. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. Hello there, and thank you. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few little tips and techniques on how to use this stamp set and matching punch. Okie doke. The first thing I want you to do is find a scrap piece of card. I'm sure everybody has a scrap piece of card in their life, in their craft room, and it needs to be about 8 or 9 centimetres square. And what you're going to do is you're going to pop your punch in it. And that's the wrong way. You're going to pop it doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to show you it lined up. You're going to actually punch all the 4 shapes out, and this is going to be our little template. It's also useful to have a little bit of washi tape today as well. Okie doke. So shall we make a card? And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab a piece of the thick basic white. I'm going to pop it into my scorer. I'm scoring, I'm not cutting, I'm scoring first. I'm going to pop it in portrait, so vertically at 10.5, like that. And then I'm going to flip it round 90 degrees and I'm going to cut it at 14.8. And there we have 2 lovely, lovely card bases. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to cut a little piece off the front. Now, is 2 centimetres enough? Might pop this in here and cut 2.5 centimetres off the front, like that. Use that for a sentiment or something. So then you're left with that piece. You're left with a smaller, narrower front piece. Now this is my favourite piece of paper in the whole pack. And I'm going to cut it down to 14.8. And I'm going to cut a piece off to stick on the back of here, but I just want to cut it a little bit wider than the piece that I cut off, so just a bit wider than 2.5. So I think I'll cut it off at 3.5. And then I'm left with that there. Okay, now I did forget to say that you need your various adhesives and things. I'm just going to glue that down. There. That's going to go there like that. Okay. That's good. Right, I've made a lovely drink, so I just need to make sure I'm having a drink of it. Okay, now I'm going to start doing some stamping. The first thing I'm going to do is actually stamp a sentiment, a greeting, onto my project. And I like to put my card on my surface flat. Now, if you've been watching our beginners course, you will see that this is a photopolymer stamp set, and it means that we do have to stamp with a mat underneath because there's not as much cushioning on these stamps. And I'm going to use the one that says, "Happy birthday, you sweet thing." Now, some people might not like that it says the sweet thing, okay? But it's obviously a play on words with the fact that it's a strawberry set, yeah? So it's a bit of a pun on the strawberries. Now, I've lost a stamp. Where is it? Because I can't really do this class. I think I have lost a stamp. So I'll have to do it without the stamp. I wonder where that is. It could be under my desk or something. What a great advert that is for looking after your stamps. Right, okie doke. Can't do that. No, I had it when I did my reels. So it appears that I cannot find this little filler. But what I will do is I will fill in with, I'll colour it in with some markers or some blends. It's not that I can't see it for looking, is it? It might be on my craft room floor somewhere. Anyway, never mind. Hopefully you haven't lost yours. Hasn't dropped out already when I opened it. No, I can't see it. Anyway, never mind. Oopsie. Right, we're going to take some scrap. Now, we're going to grab, you know, we have that one random sheet of thinner basic white. We're going to grab that, or if you have got some scraps at home that you're happy to use, then rather than cut into a full sheet, because I know it's a little bit sacred, you feel free to use some scraps. Now, because I know I did tell you to do this, and I'm going to show you how to do this on another video, on another card, we only need these two shapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut off a strip of card. Now I'm going to pop this on my trimmer and see how much it measures, and it's just under 4 centimetres. So if I cut my piece of card to 4 centimetres like that, in fact I'm going to cut 2, then I should be okay. Right, we don't need that for now. What I'm going to do is, if you watch my reels on Instagram, my little short form videos, you will have seen me using this stamp set. I'm going to pop the outline image on my block there, and I'm going to pop the filler inner image on the other block. Yep. And I'm going to take the Poppy Parade ink pad, so we pull them up to open, slide them closed like that. Just check them on camera, all right? Okay, now, when you go in with the punch, we're going to go in that way. Just it's worth always checking. Look, the strawberry it's facing up rather than down, so the thinner end is to the top. So what I mean by that is I'm going to stamp that like that. Okay. And then I'm going to grab the filler one and ink that up. And I'm going to stamp it inside. Now, don't worry if you don't get this right first time. You can always have a practice. Now, that's not too bad. So what we would do there, we do need 5 for this project, but I'm just going to do 1 just to show you. We're going to punch that out. You do need 2 hands and a little bit of gumption, because I want to show you that you need to allow a bit of room. Don't do them really close together, because that flower will eat into your strawberry. Okay, so I'm going to leave a bit of a gap. Hopefully I've left enough of a gap. I'm going to do 5. Now I'm going to fill, well, I've done 4 because I've already got 1. I'm going to fill these in. And it doesn't matter if some look lighter and some look darker than the others, because every strawberry in the punnet is different. Yep. It's like every flower in the garden is different. So now I'm just going to come in with my punch and punch all those out. Whew, last one. And then that can be thrown away. So we now have our 5 lovely strawberries. Okay, have another drink. Right, I'm going to have to grab my blends. Okay, what I'm going to do now, put those to one side, take the other piece that I die cut, not a die cut, that I cut on my trimmer, and here, this is where this is going to go, so it's going to be easier to go in from the left, like that, and it's going to be best to stamp it that way. So I'm going to take my Pear Pizzazz. I can't believe I've lost a stamp. Hope I've not hoovered it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in like that. And then I'm going to do another. There we go. Now, actually, before I cut them out, what you would normally do is you would stamp with the filler stamp, which is this one, in exactly the same way that we did with the strawberry with the Pear Pizzazz ink. But what I'm going to do is colour them in with the light Old Olive pen. And it actually should be quite a good match. Oh, and it looks actually all right. So if you don't fancy trying to get it just right with the stamp in, and if you have got the Old Olive blends, Julie's just tested that out for you completely by accident because I've lost a stamp. There we go. So that was quite pain-free. Remember, we're going to go in from this way. Oh, they do jump out. And then what you will have to do, and I've put my scissors away, is you will then have to cut that little bit off. Go back in. Like that. Trim that off. And go back in. Hope you can see that all right. Oh, caught that one. Just realised my mat's upside down. Doesn't really matter, but. And then last one. There we go. Okie dokes. And now we should have 5 little strawberries. But first, there we go. I'm going to take the stamp that says happy birthday you sweet thing, and I'm just going to stamp it on some scrap I've got over here. That wasn't clean. Naughty Julie. Right, let me get my stamping scrub. Clean that stamp. I don't know, I've put my let me just check that now. There's a little bit of pink on there, but I'll just have a go with the basic grey. I'm just talk amongst yourselves, it's still not properly clean, but it's getting there. I think I've invented my own colour because I've not cleaned my stamp. Don't try this at home. Right, that will do. Oh, I'm not having the best of evenings. I've lost a stamp. I've got a dirty stamp. Right, so I'm just going to stamp this in the corner here. There we go. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. I've got 3 ink pads open, and I should shut them because I always say an open ink pad makes me nervous. So to close them, you put your fingers here in this little gap, pull them, and then flick them back over. And check your hands for inky fingers. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to position my strawberries along this spine of the card. And I'm going to do them a sort of a ziggy-zaggy type way, like that. They are overlapping slightly. Okay. Now, they don't look really much like that. I must admit, they don't look much. They're not up to much there, are they? But when you come to put these stalks on, they absolutely come to life. Okay. So I'm just going to take them off because you might think, Julie, why are you doing it flat? You can do it like that, but this is always like lifting up. So just eyeball how much, just eyeball how much you want of it hanging over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a really cheating way. This is a really lazy way. I'm just going to run a little bit of glue all down here like that. Okay. And then I'm going to position my strawberries on. Because that is so much easier than popping the glue on each individual strawberry. And then look, we can still see the lovely strawberry paper behind, and they just do look like red sweets, really. They don't really look like anything. Now, usually when I'm teaching people to craft, I would say put the glue on the item and then take it to the card. Okay, but these are quite small and you're going to probably get glue all over your fingers if you put glue on here and then pop it down. So I'm going to suggest you put a really small blob of glue at the top of the strawberry and then take the stalk to the strawberry like that. And then we carry on like that. Now with these videos, you can pause them and rewind them at any time you liked. If you've missed what I'm saying, I should be online chatting with you. If you've any questions, and they've just come to life now with the stalks. And then we do that. And then we have our first lovely card that we've made. Okay. Hope you like that one. Hope you like it. So you could, if you had some, it would be nice to tie some baker's twine maybe around there, or some nice twine or linen thread or something if you wanted, just on the spine of the card there. But that's the first card for you. First card done. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. All right. What I'm going to do, it's probably now almost, I think I started this at 7:30, so it's probably 8 o'clock nearly. So I'll put the next video up for 8:15. So thank you for watching the first one, and I will see you at 8:15. Bye-bye.